I'm Gerry Eitner, the president of Communities of Peace, and we're recording this today at the Airlie Conference Center, which is near Warrenton, Virginia, where Earth Day was conceived. It was first thought about and brought forward in 1969 by Senator Gaylord Nelson, and it has morphed from that into such an incredible worldwide celebration of our Earth. And behind me, I'm not sure if you can see it with this camera, but there is an Earth Day tree that was planted by Senator Nelson some years later in honor of that. So this conference center has a history with Earth Day. And I have a history for many years, just being shown how important Earth Day and our connection to the Earth is. Now, what a lot of people don't know about yet is that Earth Day, the name, has actually formally been changed by the United Nations in 2009 to be Mother Earth, International Mother Earth Day. And so our organization this year is going to be celebrating that with that focus and that connection here at the Airlie Conference Center, and taking a good look at the comfort that Mother Earth brings us at a time which is challenging for many people. So some of you know Yanni Montiatis. Yanni actually, when I was telling him about this, Yanni and Jamie, his wife, really wanted to come and be here with us, and I said, I'm sorry, our grant is a local grant. We can only have local people here for this event, but it'll be wonderful to have you tune in some way, shape, or form. Could be 10 minutes, could be longer than that, but and most of you will know that when people are focused on things at the same time, especially positive things, it makes a difference. It's a field of energy that happens. So I was talking to Yanni, saying maybe I can just record something and we can send it out, or you can send it out to the people that you know, so that if they're interested in this same thing, they can either on that same day, which is April 22nd, which is a Tuesday, or sometime close to that, tune in on this theme for 10 minutes, or we're going to be spending 6 hours from 10 o'clock in the morning till 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Eastern Daylight Time, excuse me. So I'm sitting here at Airlie at the moment, and Airlie has many beautiful vintages or vestiges, ways to look at nature. Behind me is a bamboo forest, etc. So many, many beautiful places. We're going to be meeting, there are 15 of us who are going to be meeting together in one of the meeting rooms here. And I'm going to tell you what we'll be doing, so that if you'd like to do the whole thing in where you are, that's absolutely fine, and tune in to what we're going to be doing. If you'd like to just think about what we're doing and send your best wishes, that's absolutely fine. Some way of connection would be marvelous. So my plan is to do this event in 3 different sections. First, we'll be gathering and having a group conversation. I'm going to be asking the people individually to be bringing forth what maybe difficult emotion they might be dealing with at this particular time in the world. It could be called a traumatic emotion, that a lot of people are bringing that term up, but it will be different for each person, but whatever is they're dealing with, and to bring it to their own awareness and their own consciousness. And we'll have some sort of a group conversation about that. I don't want to force people to say things that they don't want to share with the group. Whatever they are willing to and want to bring forward is fine. Then I'm going to be giving them a methodology of going to nature, Mother Nature, and to take a journal with them so that they can journal their experience as they do that. Now, the methodology is to bring whatever emotion they may be feeling. It might be, let's say, grief. And so they bring that forward to nature per se, Mother Nature per se, and they watch and pay attention to what part of nature shows up to answer their question for them. And so then they ask permission, always asking permission to interact, whether we're talking to a tree, whether we're talking to a person, is a very good idea. And then noticing, do you have that permission to interact with nature? You'll usually know. It can be subtle, but it might, that part of nature, let's say it's a tree that shows up for you, might appear a little bit more definitive or more close to you, something of that sort. And if you, presuming you have permission, go ahead to the next step. If you don't feel that you have permission, then thank that part of nature and go to the next step and see what else shows up. But let's say then that the tree has shown up for you to answer your question. Then relax, and with that question in mind, receive whatever that part, in this case, let's say the tree, has to share with you. It's subtle. It will go into the subconscious and sometimes unconscious parts of who you are. But at this point, try to journal and write down for yourself what you're understanding from Mother Nature. Hopefully it will be comforting to you and perhaps bring forth some understandings that you haven't had. So continue that part of your experience as long as you're able to accept and get other information. At the end of that period of time, then thank Mother Nature, that part of Mother Nature, in this case, let's say the tree. And then at the end of, say, maybe a half an hour or so, I will give people to go and have that part of their experience. Then they'll come back and we'll have a group conversation, again, of what people have learned, what they've gained from nature, what they've experienced. And again, people do not have to reveal anything they don't want to. This is totally up to them. But that understanding and that cross-fertilization will be very helpful to them. So that's the first step of what a three-step day is going to be like. The second step after that conversation is going to be, and we may have lunch at that point, depending on how long that takes. But the second step then will be using this same format of interacting with nature. The people will go and they'll ask another question of Mother Nature. And in this case, that question might be, what does the world need that I can bring forward that will help? And so with that question, they will go with that same format, that same interaction with nature, and see what part of nature shows up. Then we'll have that, maybe again another half hour or so, then we will have another conversation about that. And that this conversation, as you'll see, is meant to open up into next steps of what's possible. Then after that second conversation, and that this for us will probably be, I would say probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, they will go to nature with the third question, which is, what can I personally bring forth of my own expression of who I am as nature, my own inner nature? What can I bring forth to my community that can be helpful with this current larger situation? So same format, same idea of interaction, of asking permission, getting that permission, and then after your experience, giving thanks to nature will be used. And then the last conversation is obviously, what now? What can each person do And then how can we cross-fertilize? Now we're going to be looking at our direct community here in Warrenton, Virginia, and a little bit extending from that, but still the local community. And that community for you can be however you define community, however that works for you. But we hope that you'll be interested in this. This is going to be posted on our website, so you'll be able to get a hyperlink to be able to tune in and pass that information on. The more the better, obviously. We would appreciate all your love, all your caring, and hope that this can be helpful to you in your world for Mother Earth Day, wherever you are. Great love and thank you.